Hey everybody, this is Fran Fraschella, draft expert and basketball junkie. To everybody who's watching, let's get our friends at General Manager Games the subscribers they deserve. Just press that red subscriber button and immerse yourself in sports AI through GM Games content. And on Twitter, it's GM_games. Let's get after it. Let's go.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Tyler Adams Show. Basically, if you guys remember from last episode, I left off transitioning from future Hall of Famer to future Hall of Famer, except one's closer to 24 and the other is literally 34. So, with that, we will do our sort. We might have Tandy play a bit this season. Don't anticipate this season being particularly good. Bernard Long will probably have a big role. Our O-line is great, assuming Progs go okay. We're just going to go straight into it. So, yeah, Progs time. Alright. First off, auto sort. Start with QB. Auto sort again, my bad. Alright. Tyler Adams, a strong 38. Chris Judy not taking a step up. Harmon also not a step up. We'll start with Tandy as our backup. This is going to be a disaster of a season. I'm so excited. And by that, I mean not at all. Bernard Long will be the starter. We'll probably have a three-man committee. We'll see who gets the most share there. At wide receiver, Trey Kelly takes a step down. Really, all of our receivers do. I think Deshaun Smith has done carries before at a decent clip. So I'll probably employ him at both running back and wide receiver to a degree. He's listed just a 30 there, so he'll probably only get a few carries this season. But playmaker time. McGriff, supposed dynamic tight end, will probably be there as well. Looking at tight end, we're actually great at tight end. Honestly, I could move a few of these guys and be perfectly fine with that. This might be the best tight end I've ever had, because Tanner was pretty solid week to week. That's fun right there. A few years ago, Hassan Thompson looked like he had potential. Honestly, though, he didn't do much. But I don't know. He could be a potential role player. Kyle King has been fairly effective. Marquise Elliott, the future. And McGriff is obviously starter. We have a bunch of 50 pluses, so our game shouldn't be too bad there. Defensively, we're good, but not great. Across the board, we're actually really strong at linebacker. Our defense is going to be our saving grace here, I hope. Kicker-wise, we're fine. Punter-wise, we're also fine. Let's see, kick returner. Robinson's great. Yeah, I forgot about him. He's going to be phenomenal for us. So, I'm actually going to initially here look. Let's see. We don't have much, but are there any decent QB options out there? Darius Richardson and Josh Johnson wouldn't be the worst options here. Darius Richardson's a fast game man. Honestly, he's kind of tempting to go for. So I do have to free up some cap to pick him up. The easy way there is to trade Jaquan Barry, but I need to see if there's any team in the league under 200. Yeah, I'm the only team. That's something that needs to be fixed about FBGM. We need a little bit of cap flexibility with other teams. Setting them to have a hard cap would be useful, but we'll see if that happens. So, week 1. And we lost. Honestly, though, it wasn't due to Tyler Adams. I mean, he wasn't great, but he wasn't horrible. We just didn't have any performance from our offense that week. See if we can do better week 2. 9 points. Wrong direction. Looking at quarterback, Tyler Adams didn't do much well that season either, or that game either. Week 3, just 3 points. We were regressing as a team. Bernard Long has actually been a positive here. We aren't getting much from anyone else. We'll see if we're going to start this season 0-4. If we are, we might have to make it. I didn't think we could get worse. We have literally gone down 17-9-3-0. Absolutely horrible to start the season. Tandy is coming in. That is insane. That is the worst I think I've ever seen an offense start. Ever. That's insane. Alright, so first game with Tandy and we break out. That's funny, to say the least. Tandy was kind of effective. I don't know if you guys remember, but 10 points is not much, but Hopefully when Long comes back, him and Tandy will have a decent connection. Hey, Tandy's now won us 2 games, which is more, and we actually got blown out by LV before. So, let's see. Alright, we lost to Phoenix. I don't know, our season's not doing too great here. Tandy is technically better than Adams, but neither is ideal. I think I'm going to switch back to Tyler, just because he is the bigger name. Neither is doing particularly great, but I think Adams will be better for us overall. Yeah, so first game back with him in the lineup, we went off. Tyler Adams throwing 4 touchdowns. Let's see, who was his number 1 receiver? Adam Carter before he got hurt. Of course he got hurt. Yeah. I don't know. Our team is just not producing very good numbers. Definitely need to make a move for a quarterback in the offseason of some sort. But honestly, it's frustrating because we have the best team that we've had around, but we just don't have a quarterback because Boyd left. And that's leading to this really disastrous run here. Pick up a win there, KC. Honestly, he's starting to play a lot better. Our offense has been doing a lot better than it was at the beginning of the season. Yeah, we're clicking. Bernard Long has had a massive game. Bernard Long is like the best player on our offense right now, and it tells. Like it shows a lot. He played a lot of wide receiver last season, but in our spread offense, for some reason I'm running a spread offense with Tyler Adams. That's not ideal. And by that I just mean that it's much more pass based. Like everyone's involved in. There's not like a receiving back that comes in and plays a little bit. Everyone's involved in the passing game. We're getting good performance from our tight ends as receivers, so this is kind of what we're focusing on. Actually, we had a really strong run to end the season. 4 straight wins. We finished out of the playoffs, but 7-9 is not too bad. Tyler Adams finishing with a little under 2,000 yards, and honestly, going 5-6 in the year, I feel like if I stayed with him, maybe it was 8-8, but damn, that was a rough start. It's funny, he over his last, because I think we benched him after 4 games, so he went 5-2 after starting 0-4. These are similar stats to what I expected him to post. I was hoping we'd get closer to a 32-year-old form, but we are definitely getting closer to his 33-year-old form. Honestly, it is unfortunate, but definitely the end of his career right now. Like, he's definitely on the downswing. So, fortunately, we didn't make the playoffs, but we should be able to make some big moves in the offseason. Hopefully help. Oh, Tyler Adams makes the Hall of Fame, so he does retire here. Deshaun Smith also retired. A lot of retirements. So, I kind of want to say let's go for a quarterback, either in the draft, but I'm definitely going to make moves right now. Actually, I don't think I can make moves because of cap stuff, really, until a little later in the offseason. Tempted to take Tim Campbell. Let's see. Craig is a 5'10". He's a fame player, won't stick around. Tim Campbell wants to win. We'll win. We'll win, and he'll be our number 1 receiver for a decade. Lorenzo Hassel, probably not. We'll probably take Suakalu. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Gregory Calhoun will now come in. He'll join our crazy Harvey Chancellor. Doubt he'll actually mount to anything, but we'll see. Alright, so Phil George, consistently a backup here for us. We'll let him go. This will be where I'll move. A lot of the big contracts will move. Jaquan Barry. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I say that, but these are fictional players, so I can pronounce them however I want, I suppose, and it's correct, right? Technically. I mean, like, the general name might be wrong, but, like, technically, we don't know how they pronounce it. They could pronounce it in mysterious ways. I don't want to trade McGriff, but if I can get like a first for him, because he is a pretty valuable player, yeah, I can get a first for him. And I'm definitely going to do it, I think. Like a 72, granted he only has a year left. 2 first-round picks? Sign me up. For a tight end? Tight ends are like the most interchangeable position. You can find a good blocker and a good passer and be set. Birdsong switched off safety, so he's no longer a beast. So he'll get moved. Yeah, I'm willing to do this if I can figure out how to make the cap work here. I need to take on like a... If I take on Armstrong, would they do it? They want Blake Robinson. No. You're not getting Blake. He's too useful. Yeah, you can have Sterling. It's fine with me. So now I'll trade Armstrong. I doubt I'll get much for him, but I guess technically the AI values him at something. Third round pick's not bad. Second round pick's even better. I'm actually getting some really good deals right now, which is great. David Mincham. See, a starting caliber linebacker normally gets a decent amount because it's pretty valuable. Yeah, I don't mind if I do here. See, Josh Mouton, he played fine, but he's more of a filler guy, and we're not in the filler role right now. As I free up a ton of cap space. I guess we'll keep Trey Kelly around. He did take a big I don't know. Penny Robertson is gone. He's not what he was just a season ago. Very clearly declining rapidly. I actually feel kind of bad because he was totally doing great before I acquired him. Like, yeah, actually, I don't know. He had his best season with me there, but he was never that good a running back. He's like the Trent Richardson of St. Louis in this game. Let's see. Jonah Hazel, he didn't progress the way I hoped he did, so he'll have to get moved here. Second round pick from an 8-8 team is totally worth it. All these guys that are slight overpays, I'm getting a decent amount for. Long is going to probably be our starting running back next season. Also, we have 2 strong linemen. Honestly, Skinner produces decent numbers, and we could use this quality linebacker, so he's fine. Wayne Gabbard isn't really that overpaid. It was a throw-in a trade that we got. Getting a second and a fourth for him is a pretty good deal. We're fine at wide receiver. We have 3 solid ones now, so we don't really need to make a move there. Honestly, 3 prospects would be a nice pickup for them. Worst case, their depth. Tanner Weekly didn't even play this season. Granted, we do have a more opening at tight end, but not for the salary he required. So we'll dump his contract. That's the thing. We're basically dumping these guys' salaries, getting value. Adam Carter. I guess I want to keep him around. We'll see. I drafted Conway. It's pretty cool. Actually, suppose adding him to the depth chart isn't too bad. It's a little self-fulfillment, so to speak. All right, let's look at re-signing players. First, we're going to bring in Tim Campbell. Hopefully, he's the future wide receiver. We'll see. And then I want to sort by asking price here. We'll go down to the rookies and such. Harmon, you're gone. Judy is probably gone. I mean, he was a 4th round pick, but he hasn't really played well. But could add depth. I don't know. I feel like Tandy's probably better. Tandy's proven to be serviceable, so keep him around. Calhoun is decent. Chancellor will place them as my reserve. I'll bring you on for a decently long time. Brent Anderson. Ellison can walk. Herman can walk. I think we'll let all these other guys go. So that gives us almost $10 million per player. First things first, let's get a quarterback. Pretty sure we won't be able to get any of those top guys here. So what I think I'm going to need is a 1-year stopgap QB that didn't play last season that's on his way down. Might have played last season, but honestly, he's coming off of a bad season, the big contract. Oh, they won't move him. All right, we'll look at quarterback next. First, we'll go to tight end here. Don't need to spend a lot of money. Just want somebody that can at least be on a roster. Haney is fine. I don't think Lane is a tight end. I think he was a running back when I had him last. Yeah, I don't think he's necessarily worth keeping. Seems like he's just a passing guy. All right. OJEG came off a good season. Maybe he'll produce a little bit. Maybe he won't. It's tight end. Not a huge loss, even if he doesn't. Let's see. Not much going at O-line. Or even defensive line here. Bill pick up Reggie Giovanni. No particularly great deals there. Linebackers thin, as per usual. Cy Hubel might actually be the best linebacker out there. We'll pick him up. Trey Bennett performed well last season, but he's definitely more of a one-season anomaly. But, alas, sometimes you need to make some desperation moves. Suppose Jordan Hughes wouldn't be a bad investment. Worst case, we dump him. Alex Jones, your conspiracy theories, they're why you're out. All right. Cornerback, Anthony Jackson will be a good 1-year number 1. Verney will be a solid. I guess we'll keep him around for a bit. See how he does. A solid. Yeah, Nick Edmond played well. All right. I think what we'll do is Alcimade. See, we'll bring in Matt White. QB here. I really don't want to miss out on a QB. Worst case, we'll move Outlay if he doesn't play well. See what happens another day. Dude, it's so frustrating the way that this game sometimes works. But is what it is. No biggie in this case. Just wish that we could sign more players. Suppose that's the difficulty of insanity, which is the difficulty I'm playing on, not my mental state. Alright. So I'm actually going to save this money and we'll do progs and then I'll sign the best guy after. And we'll go right into the next episode with that. So see you guys. See you next episode. And yeah.